We're tracking plenty of sunshine as we head off into the afternoon hours, but taking a look at the ABC 17 storm track, future track, going to see a possibility of a few isolated storms as we head off into the later overnight hours. Now this afternoon, still tracking plenty of sunshine, so if you're going to be enjoying a little bit of pool time, it's looking good for you as temperatures are going to be back into the lower 80s. Now we will start to see a few isolated pop-up storms throughout the overnight hours. A lot of this going to be confined pretty much to the south, so specifically south of Highway 70, kind of closer to that Highway 44 corridor towards Rolla. Now these will be lingering throughout the overnight hours, and we head off into Wednesday morning. Once again, going to see a few more pop-ups. Going to be very quick if they do pull through your area, much of mid-Missouri on the drier side. That is until Wednesday afternoon, where we see a little bit of a resurgence out ahead of a cold front, a little bit of moisture being sucked in from the Gulf of Mexico, which means we're going to see more chances of isolated storms. This time, we're going to be moving a little bit further north, so from Brunswick all the way down to the southeast towards Montgomery City and down southwest, we're going to be seeing an increased chance for these isolated storms. Now, these will just produce some heavy rainfall at times, even some lightning and some thunder associated with this, but it'll be lingering throughout the overnight hours, Wednesday night. And then as we get off into Thursday, we'll start to track a little bit of clearing as that cold front pushes back through the region. Actually going to be changing our winds back out of the northeast and east, which means a little bit of a cool down. But Wednesday night and Wednesday afternoon, the greatest chance of seeing rain is going to be this lighter shade of green, medium chances, as those isolated pop-ups will come back through the area. Now off to the northeast, you could see one or two little isolated storms, but for the most part, it's going to be kind of confined down to the south and west, specifically going to be including Columbia and Jefferson City. Now this afternoon with that sunshine, we're still going to be tracking a UV index at a level 9, so sunburn time going to be about 20 minutes or less if you are going to be by the pool. Make sure to reapply after about every hour with that FPF protection just to make sure you're avoiding those sunburns. Now, as we head off into the second half of the week, into the early portions of this weekend, tracking plenty of dry time as that high-pressure system to our northeast kind of swings back into the region, keeps us on the drier and sunnier side. That is until we see more chances of some isolated storms as we head off into the second half of this upcoming weekend, into early portions of next week. Now, temperatures going to take a tad bit of a hit as this cold front comes back in from the northeast, which means we're going to go from the mid-80s back down into the mid to upper 70s as we head off into the second half of the week. But don't worry, winds back out of the southwest, which means we're going to be tracking a warm-up once again as we head off into next week. And that warm-up going to be continuing into the extended 6 to 10 day wave forecast as winds are going to be surging out of the south once again. Now, we're going to be tracking those chances of some isolated storms, but this afternoon, still going to be on the warmer side. So if you're going to be out and about by the pool, like I said, or even doing a little bit of grilling, temperature is going to be back into the mid to lower 80s, looking at 6 p.m., 83 degrees. By 9 p.m., 75 degrees. Still going to be tracking mostly clear skies, but we will see a little bit more cloud cover as we head off into Wednesday. That clears back out, tracking plenty of sunshine for the first half of the week. Into next weekend, we're going to be seeing more chances of some scattered showers.